Not too long ago, a man named Eric Arville started making waves online. He's a white man living in Arkansas, and he's the face behind a group called RTTL, short for Return to the Land. The group has been going viral for creating whites-only communities in both Arkansas and Missouri. Eric recently sat down for an interview with TMZ, and during that conversation he was hit with one very specific very loaded question.
Is European heritage the purest form of European heritage, something that you embrace to the exclusion of others?
Okay, guys, you heard that question. His response was pretty interesting.
Well, for something to be what it has to not be other things.
So here's his argument. His entire justification for creating an all-white town boils down to this. For something to be one thing, it cannot be another. That's his logic. He claims he's looking for shared values, a shared phenotype, and a specific cultural identity. And his point is, even if he likes you or respects you, if you don't fit that exact mold, then you simply don't belong. And this right here, this is where racism begins. That mindset is the foundation. It always starts with the belief that because you are not this, you must be that, and the two can't coexist. And in a twisted way, he's not entirely wrong. That's how racial exclusion operates. But that hasn't stopped certain people from exploiting all this for attention and profit. One example, the Hodge twins. They originally blew up on YouTube, doing bodybuilding videos mixed with satire and, honestly, they had a good thing going. But as time went on, their content stayed low budget, lacked creativity, and their fan base started falling off. That's when people began noticing a serious shift in what they were posting.
Everybody needs to study the fall off of the Hodge twins. Because I was really thinking about it the other day. I was like, is this a case of like chasing the bag and also inadvertently fumbling a future?
Now, this specific individual used to be a big fan of the Hodge twins until he started to notice something.
Being these two big light-skinned, raunchy brothers that are twins just makes sense in those kind of movies. Judd Apatow would have loved the Hodge twins, right? And I think to myself, that potential was screwed up because they thought to themselves, the conservative money will always be consistent and will always be coming. It's always going to be there.
He made sense with logic you'd see in a movie. Judd Apatow would have loved the Hodge twins, right? That's exactly what they had going until they convinced themselves that conservative money is evergreen. The idea was simple. Conservative cash will always be there. And that belief led them astray. Recognize this. The Hodge twins could have walked into Hollywood thanks to their raw talent, but they chose the cash instead. How they pivoted to conservative content. Specifically, content that disrespects black people. You can scroll through their Twitter spaces all day. They're insulting black people non-stop. Example. July 29th tweet. If you think black people today are bad, just wait for the next generation. Another. Those black trans as gender folks are always the worst. And another claiming a black man in a hoodie embarrassed himself in an AutoZone while under surveillance. Basically, the Hodge twins went from comedic muscle brothers to anti-black conservative commentators once their jokes stopped landing. Here's the twist. Their mother is black, they love her deeply, yet they pivoted into this anti-black conservative space, aligning with figures like Candace Owens and Brandon Tatum. A lot of people see them as outright demons. They've got millions of followers and a decade plus on social media, and they built their platform by targeting black people. They used that platform to attack a 17-year-old boy attempting to ruin his character and his family's image before a trial even began. They attacked him to let their audience shape a certain perception of him before anyone knew the facts. Then came the bombshell. They reacted to the Eric Orwell video and the All-White Town documentary. Their reaction? Honestly, I don't want to live in America if it's not majority white. Once it becomes majority non-white, it's a different country, man. That's their fear. They literally said they'd pack up and leave if white people ever became a minority. And here's the kicker: they aren't white themselves. Yet they say if white people leave, they will too, but it doesn't stop with them. Take Myron from Fresh and Fit. Originally from Sudan, yet saying the same thing. To be America, it has to stay majority white, even though he isn't white. He got into a fight with a guy who called him a racial slur. In case showed the hypocrisy. He defended white nationalism, though he's not white. He supports the right of white people to exist, to have white women, to keep the race white, yet takes heat when he defends the whites. He stands up for free speech, but tells critics, I support you even while you disrespect me. It's wild. The Hodge twins got their wake-up call when they tweeted to Orwell, Hey Eric, could you make an exception for us two Negroes? We're over 40% white. His reply, God bless the twins, but no F, you're black. You're not welcome. You support anti-blackness match their audience, but this is a whites-only project. Sorry, they knew it all along. The money and fame come at the cost of exclusion even. For those who help them, they'll cash the checks, but they don't want them around. It's twisted. You're not allowed, yet you still promote them. You sound crazy, but let me know what y'all think. This is your boy Yoshidu Jackson, back again for another episode of Celebrity Drunk Guy. If you like it, hit the bell. Peace.